Coming up, we have a non-alcoholic beverage review. We've got HHN merch, and then after that, we play a dining review that we did a long time ago, forgot about, and now we're going to show it to you. So, from Universal Orlando, this is the Universal edition of the Diz Unplugged. The Diz Unplugged Universal Edition is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, experts at helping you plan the perfect Universal vacation. Visit them on the web at www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the Diz Unplugged Universal Edition. I am your host, Craig Williams, joined alongside by my co-host, Mr. Rhino Clavin. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So, yeah, illness is still rampant in Orlando, Florida, here specifically the Bob Varley Studio. So that is why we are out and about today here at Universal Orlando, trying to still come up with a way to do a show for you despite the fact that we're not able to get inside the studio. So this is going to be a little bit different. Obviously, the quality is going to be lower than what it would be if we were inside the studio. So we do apologize for that, but we hope that we still can show off some good content today. So we've got a fun one for you. So I think the first thing up that we're going to do is, you may have heard us talk about them at one point in time, how excited we were for a specialty beverage that they were pushing, promoting Halloween Horror Nights, that it was 3 different options: a non-alcoholic s'mores, pumpkin spice, and candy corn drink.
All frozen drinks, yeah.
All frozen, that were going to have the ability to add alcohol into them and make them a nice alcoholic specialty drink. However, then that all changed once they changed the policies with alcohol at Halloween Horror Nights this year. So they just remain a specialty non-alcoholic beverage. But the nice part is you don't have to just come to Halloween Horror Nights in order to get them here. You can get them at any time of the day. Which,
the hottest times of the day, the daytime.
Yeah, the time that you arguably need a frozen beverage the most. So the first thing we're going to do for you is we are going to go and review those specialty beverages. So right now, I know you can find them right outside of Cafe La Bamba in Hollywood. They also have some at the kiosk in the Universal Studios Music Plaza stage. It's right across from Race to New York, starring Jimmy Fallon. So those are the 2 places. We're here in Central Park right now, about to go hit the Cafe La Bamba location up. So let's stop wasting time and let's get frozen. Let's get chilly. Let's just do this already.
Yeah.
Okay, Rhino, so which one are you trying first?
I'm gonna go with candy corn first because I want the pumpkin spice more, and I'm not as into candy corn, but this drink looks really good, and they added like these cute little white, orange, and yellow sprinkles on top with the whipped cream here. And so also it should be noticed that there were 3 drinks. There's a s'mores drink that's marshmallow. They kind of put that as the bottom layer, and then I don't know what the orange layer is, and then the whipped cream is the white layer. So I don't know that this is actually going to taste like candy corn, but I'm going to sip here and find out. I taste the marshmallow. This tastes a little similar to frozen butterbeer. I can definitely taste the marshmallow. I'm not getting the orange as much. Let me see if I can get that. I can't put my finger on what the flavor is. So, Craig, you're better at this part of this. So, why don't you try this? Why don't you give it a sip?
Yeah, it's definitely a pretty drink, but
I like this romantic music.
It is. It's It's perfectly. It's fitting, especially for those of you listening to this right now, not watching. At least we give you a musical background while you're in your boring commutes that require you to listen to us. See, I'm surprised that you don't get it because to me, this actually does really taste like candy corn. Yeah, I'm getting full candy corn flavors in there, even up to that. You know how candy corn has that fake plastic taste to it?
Yeah.
That's kind of just really disgusting more than anything else. I'm even getting that in there. So, yeah, definitely no butterbeer flavors for me, but yeah, I think like the yellow flavor in there is more like kind of like a marshmallow-y vanilla, like a straight vanilla base, and then the orange has some other flavor mixed into it, but together overall, I think if you're a candy corn fan, you will enjoy this. It's got the right candy corn flavors there. Considering they did this one right, now I'm really intrigued on the pumpkin spice, so let's crack into that one and see how it tastes.
I mean, this one just smells wonderful. The cinnamon on top here. I'm gonna get into it though because it's getting really liquidy. Ooh, that is an intense flavor. This one is like very. I was thinking it was just gonna be kind of frozen with the little hint of that pumpkin spiciness, but this is the most intensely flavored pumpkin-oriented thing I may have ever had. But it also has that artificial pumpkin flavor to it more than like, oh, this is actual pure pumpkin, which obviously it's not. It's actually kind of refreshing though, because it tastes kind of light. Craig, you try this. You let me know what you think.
Just called to say hello.
Wow. Okay, you're right. It slaps you with like pumpkin spice right away. I don't know what it is about it. I feel like they've also added like lemon or something to it.
Citrusy
yeah,
flavor.
There's a sourness to it, a tang a little bit. And you don't expect that with pumpkin spice at all. This is just the opposite of what you think of when you get pumpkin spice. You think creamy, you think, just the flavors of cinnamon, nutmeg, all those pumpkin pie flavors coming together in one, very milky. This is the complete opposite of that.
It tastes like the lemonade version of pumpkin spice.
Yeah, this is more like a pumpkin spice lemonade and I think I was hoping and expecting more like a pumpkin spice milkshake, more or less, something along those lines, and
something a little more applesaucey.
Sadly, it did not deliver. I have a feeling that maybe for this one, make it an alcoholic drink, they were going to make it with like whipped cream flavored vodka or something to add in a little bit of that milkiness, because while I guess this is drinkable on its own, this is something that I will never get again. I do not like it, but
it needs rum chata.
Yeah, actually that's a perfect one. If it was mixed with rum chata, that would bring this all together, and I think that would make the right concoction that you would expect from like a pumpkin spice drink like this. But this one's not doing it for me at all, not even a little bit. But I'll still drink another sip. Nope, still not there. No.
Update on the candy corn one. It does definitely taste like candy corn. I shouldn't say that it didn't. I just think the flavors of candy corn, like you said, it's got that plasticky, it tastes like I put a piece of candy corn in my mouth and I'm chewing on it. It's not holding together too well in the sun, so don't hold on to that one too long, because then it starts separating. You gotta really mix it back up. Let me get back in on this pumpkin spice. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's that tang in this, the sourness that kind of gives you the uppercut and the taste bud that you're not expecting when you sip the pumpkin spice. With that said, I don't know. I can't say that I necessarily am in love with the candy corn one more than this, but I wish that I could just go to one of the full bars, like inside of Finnegan's or maybe at Moe's, and see if they have rum chata or Fireball or something and dump that in here, because I think that would really cut that sour taste in half. And I think Craig's right. I think maybe because they changed the liquor rule, that I feel like this part should be in slow motion right now, but that it kind of warped the flavor of the drink a little bit, because they made it extra tangy to cut through, so that when you were drinking it with alcohol, it would taste really pumpkin spicy. I'd be really into it like that.
Mix it in. Mix it in.
Even when you mix in the whipped cream, that citrus flavor still just hits you. I don't know what it is. This isn't for me. It's sad. It's like the first pumpkin spice thing ever that I have not liked. That's just sad. It's very sad. So there you have it. That's our thoughts and feelings on the 2 of the 3 non-alcoholic drinks.
I think they would have been better off with a pumpkin spice one if they had called it apple pie, because that's actually like the flavor I'm being left with in my mouth right now. But for $4.99, I feel like there are worse things you could get in the park. I honestly, I might end up trying the s'mores one before the end of the event.
I was just gonna say the same thing. At this point now, I kind of have to try the s'mores. I feel like that might be the winner, but I did enjoy the candy corn. Regardless of all that, though, I think the big loss here is not being able to put the alcohol in it. I don't want to come off sounding like alcoholics, but I feel like these drinks were built to have alcohol in them.
Yeah.
And they were able to stand on their own as non-alcoholic, but they're meant for alcohol. But, definitely give them a try if you're coming out this Halloween season here at Universal. They'll definitely be here through Halloween Horror Nights, so
yeah.
Get them before they're gone. But speaking of Horror Nights, we're going to move on to our next part of this show, and that is Halloween Horror Nights merchandise, because we really haven't talked about any of it yet. As you can see from my shirt, I am actually wearing one of the pieces of merchandise that you can pick up at this year's event. There's lots of stuff, and the best place to go to shop for all of this actually is at the HHN Tribute Store. That's in New York, so if you're coming during the event, that is the Purge Scare Zone, and if you're here just any time of the day, it's just plain New York. So we're gonna go ahead and take you on a little bit of a tour inside the store, show you off the merchandise that you can purchase, and then we're gonna tell you our combined 3 things that we think are the coolest merchandise items that you should definitely pick up from this year's event. So let's go to New York and let's go do that.
It took until the end. I have one
So that was your tour inside the Halloween Horror Nights Tribute Store. Yeah, that's right. We are standing right under the Hollywood Rip Ride rocket, so, you're going to hear screams and other stuff every little bit here. while we're rambling on. So overall, I think the merchandise is pretty spectacular this year. Definitely some cool items based on the intellectual properties. You know, I'm not a huge fan of the whole look and feel of the Festival of the Deadliest.
No.
Similar to how we aren't really huge fans of the Scare Zone itself, the merch also just doesn't really do it for me in terms of that. But there's still a lot of stuff I think that is appealing in there. And one of them actually is something related to the Festival of the Deadliest.
Yeah.
And I think that's our number 3 favorite thing that you can find in there. And that is this year's little Halloween Horror Nights pop vinyl that they put out. And
it's not Funko Pop.
Yes.
It's like the little vinyl guys. They do these like every year, I think. They've been doing them for a couple years.
Yeah.
And this year it's the skeleton, the guy who's like the head is dressed up everywhere on the streets and everything like that.
Yeah, no, the first year of that, I got like the throwback Jack the Clown.
I got that one, yeah.
And then...
It's Mike Myers last year, right?
Well, they did a throwback Jack the Clown. Then they did a Chucky.
Oh, okay.
And then they did the Jack the Clown for the 25th.
That's the one I got.
Last year, then they did Mike Myers, which I missed. I was waiting for the last night, try to get it on discount. Never did, and so I just lost out on that. I'm sure eBay still has some out there, but this year, yeah, they have the little skeleton guy, and I already have one, and it's set up with all my other Halloween decorations. Looks pretty cool, so...
It's a nice little knickknack of just kind of like a unique thing that was made just for this time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't know. I'm a fan of these things that are like smaller now, smaller souvenirs. But
Me too. Easier to showcase, show off, without being too much space. But then our number 2 piece of merchandise item that we like is the Shining t-shirt.
It's got the Grady twins on it, and it just looks creepy.
Yeah, no, it looks creepy, and considering it is my favorite intellectual property house this year, as well as one of my favorite Halloween movies in general. It's really cool that I can now own something that, you know, brings together 2 of the things I love, Halloween Horror Nights and The Shining.
If you're not into t-shirts too, they made prints of it. Like it's an actual print that you could buy, a little mini like 11 by 17 poster. That's pretty neat too.
Yeah.
I like that.
No, I've considered that too. I don't know which one I'm gonna get. If I'm gonna get the t-shirt or the print.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely walking away with something Shining related. I have to.
Yeah.
I've stayed in the Stanley Hotel, the hotel that inspired The Shining, so...
I thought you said the
No.
Stanley, not Stanley.
But one day I'm sure they will make a Stanley Hotel.
Wait.
Why wouldn't they? They should. They should.
Yeah.
And that will take us on to our last thing, our favorite item that you can get here at Halloween Horror Nights 27, or just Universal this time of year. And that, of course, is the Bill and Ted merchandise.
Yes.
Yeah, you have the option of getting a t-shirt, a shot glass, or a mug.
Yeah, I got the shot glass and the t-shirt so far.
I got the shot glass and the t-shirt too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we were together.
It's a nice shirt though. It's a nice, like, it's good quality. It's $25, which some of these shirts these days are going for like $35. So I appreciate it was $25. It wore perfectly on me. So if you're debating about it, I say get it.
Me too. I love them all. I'm glad that on the last year of Bill and Ted, they're giving it a lot of love.
I wish there was a print. I hope they make this in a print, because I would definitely buy that print.
Oh yeah, me too. I just judging from seeing people at the event this year, the last time I think they put out any merch with Bill and Ted was 2009.
Yeah, I think I saw shirts that looked like this, and somebody said 2009.
Yeah, so it's nice that it's been years since they've had it. They definitely went out in full force now, so we appreciate it. Appreciate all the merchandise. Lots of great stuff in there. So definitely get out and check out the Tribute Store here at Halloween Horror Nights and Universal Orlando. Okay, that brings us to the final part of our show this week. And as I said, it's at Red Oven Pizza Bakery. Or maybe I didn't tell you. Well,
I'm telling you now.
Now I told you. Funny story too, we said there was only 2 places to get those HHN drinks. We found at least one more in New York as well too. So maybe there's one over by San Francisco that I didn't notice before. Like when we're here for the event, my mind goes straight towards beer. So I'll be honest, I don't see it then. But I digress. We're here for the next part, and that is a few weeks back, Rhino and I came and we dined at Red Oven Pizza Bakery. as part of a vlog, and then we just didn't release it. So I have all this footage lying around, and we want to give you guys some fun, good entertainment. So I figured now's as good as time as any to go ahead and show it. So without further ado, here is our dining experience at Red Oven Pizza Bakery here in Universal City Walk.
So we are in the Red Oven Pizza Bakery here. My first experience here. I'm super excited. We got one that Craig highly recommended. The fennel sausage, which is panna, mozzarella, ricotta, sweet fennel sausage, scallions, and red onions for a total of $14, but with an annual pass holder discount, came out to about $12. And it looks and smells delicious. I am super excited to get into this.
They're good, man.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take this one that looks like it's got a lot of the green on it. A lot of the green right there, so. I normally load it up, my pizza up with red pepper flakes, but I'm gonna do a naked bite first. That's good. The dough looks like it's kind of doughy, but it's really crisp on the bottom, which I really enjoy in pizza. The sausage is really, really good. The cheese is great. What I didn't say is this is a white pizza too, so if you see, there's no real, no red sauce in there or anything like that. So this appeals to me quite a bit. It all tastes very fresh, very good. I'm gonna let Craig bite in though before it gets too much colder, because I know he wants to burn the roof of his mouth just like I just did.
I cannot wait to have this. It's been like a year since the last time I've had this exact pizza from here, but I love it. I think it's delicious. It's just so good because the sausage, the fennel sausage, hits you with like a nice spike of spiciness right off the bat. But then it balances out with like the red onion. There is a sweetness to the sausage too, and the cheeses that they have on this one. So overall, just the flavors completely complement one another. And like you said, it feels like the crust is going to be all doughy and kind of gross, and then it ends up being really crispy. Just baked perfectly. It's so.
Like I said, I like the red pepper flakes on my pizza, and I feel like this pizza was made for red pepper flakes. It just complements that spicy sausage that Craig was talking about, everything like just so well. It gives it just the right amount of like tingle in my mouth that I love. But this pizza's pretty great. Going through it, like I would come back here in a heartbeat. In fact, I even had the split second thought to be like, maybe I should go order another pizza because I'm that person.
Yeah, so. Just had to get in my dainty bite. I agree with Rhino and everything. I love this place. It's good, it's fresh, it's delicious. Even when you have to wait for your pizza, it's always good. I like that you have the option to take it to go. So if you're staying at any of the resorts, it's a nice thing to grab once you're leaving a park. Stop here, grab a pizza, head back, hang out at your hotel, go swimming, all that good stuff. The one underrated thing I think about this place that I do love a lot is the massive waters that they give you. So on days when you're like really hot in Florida walking around, you can't take it anymore. If you're looking for that stop to eat, you can go inside somewhere, have a sit-down meal, have air conditioning, all that. You don't have air conditioning with this place, but they do have these massive, massive cups of water that you can get. And so it's a good way to get hydrated. So yeah, overall, just lots of good. Have to give a shout out to Tiffany, who's been taking care of us here. She's been absolutely wonderful, getting us refills, making sure that we're happy, satisfied with the food. So overall, can't say anything bad about Red Oven. That was a good meal.
That was a good meal.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So still not completely full, but that's great because it's way too hot to feel really terrible about yourself today.
No, those pizzas were like just the right size to share with another person.
Yeah.
A third person? I'd say no. I'd say that's a snack. But
No, I think this is like, it's a good little date spot. Split a salad, split a pizza, you know, if you can settle on which one you want, and just do it that way. But I think it's a good deal.
I look forward to trying another pizza. I would rank this in the top pizza places in Orlando, to be honest with you. Like, the crust was good, everything was fresh, the right amount of cheese. Like, I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
Oh boy, weeks gone by and that pizza is still on my mind.
Yeah. I thought it was great. We've gone to Halloween Horror Nights a couple times since then, and every time on the way out, there's always a joke made. Oh, I really want some pizza, and I'm like, I would not say no if anyone jumped on that. It's like one of those half-serious jokes.
Yeah, it's like
we should totally get some of this pizza.
Just flat out waiting for someone to finally say, yeah, you know what, pizza would be good. And we'll get there eventually, but no, it's wonderful, it's delicious. I can't wait until we do a Universal versus Disney with Red Oven versus Blaze. We've settled on it. We just got to go out and do it now. Yeah, no, it definitely is going to be tough. So we just have to pick the right combinations to make it a good one. But it's going to be fun. It's whether you're going there eating a whole pie by yourself or splitting it in half, do it date style. Maybe get a salad too for health reasons. You know, there's lots of good options there. I highly recommend it and think it's for the price you pay. It's definitely good and affordable.
Absolutely, for sure. I would not hesitate coming here again.
Absolutely. So we hope you enjoyed that vlog. We hope you enjoyed this different style. Again, I apologize that we can't get in the studio and do it the normal way. Just not possible this week, so I hope that this at least tides things over. But that's going to do it for this episode of the Diz Unplugged Universal Edition. Of course, head over to DizUnplugged.com for show notes on this show and all the others on our podcast network. Find our social media links. Subscribe to us on YouTube if this is where you're watching it, and leave comments and thumbs up and all that stuff. If you're on iTunes, rate and review us, please. And also subscribe there as well too. We need you to just subscribe everywhere. But thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it. We love doing this for you, and we will be back again next week with another episode. Until then, though, remember, no resolutions. No more of that guy.